This is the left femur for our new mastodon. It's a very large bone. When we actually crown it with the femoral head on Tuesday, it'll be over 4 feet long. It's also extremely heavy. Now, taphonomic processes, or basically what happens to a fossil when it's buried, have crushed it to the point where the outer wall held, but all the internal material, the cancellous, the spongy bone, was crushed to dust and is removed. So this whole bone is now hollow, which is a liability as far as strength goes, especially when it's over 4 feet long and very heavy. It might want to snap in half after you reconstruct it. So in the 6 weeks that we've been prepping this, we've actually filled it with our spider webbing technique. So this is a new type of filler that is made out of a very old school kind of glue. It's a B76 adhesive, Buvar, that has been used for quite a while for traditional adhesive, but we are using it in a new way. We've actually applied it as a spider web, mimicking the cancellous that has been lost to fill out the whole bone. And what that lets us do is, with traditional fillers, you're adding a lot of weight with maybe not as much strength as you'd like, and you're still looking at the actual strength of the bone. So even if you put in a nice plug here, does a new crack form 2 centimeters away? So with this new technique, everything is supported from behind. So in modern architectural standpoints, it's like a curtain wall on a modern skyscraper. The outer wall of a skyscraper does not support the weight. It's actually transferred inward to a steel structure and then down to the foundation. And that's exactly what we've done here with this glue webbing. A lot of people worry that something like this is not going to be strong enough compared to traditional methods, but I'll go ahead and demonstrate that right now. The bone up here is 1 millimeter thick, compact bone, and 2 millimeters of cancellous, and it's barely supported. There are only a few contact points for this bone, but I feel no hesitation in grabbing it like this and rocking the entire femur, which is very heavy. The bone is not breaking, the glue joints are not flexing or letting go. That little piece, which should snap in half under normal circumstances under that stress load, is supported from behind by the webs perfectly. And that is how we're going to add this large head on Tuesday. It's about the size of a bowling ball, and it's very heavy, and it has to attach to only a few points of contact along this collar where the bone is only 1 millimeter thick. But with this new webbing technique, we can do that. So on Tuesday, we'll be finishing this thing out. We are back after the weekend, and today we'll be adding the femoral head to our femur that is over 4 feet long for the mastodon. We have made some last-minute adjustments. We've added some additional webbing because it's a very tentative connection. We do have some true fits along this collar of the neck that do go to this head, but as you can see, for such a large piece, it looks good on this side, it is mostly hollowed out along the neck. The head itself is very solid, so there's a lot of weight that needs to be supported. We do know exactly how it fits out here, but most of that connection is going to be with web. So we'll end up holding this in place, joining it web to web, and then adding additional web throughout the void space to hold this whole thing on, which means I'll set it here in a little bit, and then Ray here and Laura will be holding it for about an hour until it sets firm enough to hold itself.